Hello, I'm Kevin Benedict, Senior Analyst for Digital Transformation here at Cognizant, and I'm reporting this week from Barcelona, Spain, here at the Mobile World Congress 2015. The opportunity here again to be with Cimarron Busser, my friend, who's the SVP of Business Development for Apperian. What brought you to Barcelona?
Well, we love Barcelona because it's a lot of fun, but besides that, we are here to talk about mobile application management and what it can do for companies. Essentially, what we have found is that we're seeing a lot more organizations building apps for their employees to make them successful, to help them with all sorts of day-to-day problems. And their challenge is that they're trying to use outdated device management systems to get those apps out. It doesn't work for their own employees in many cases, and it doesn't work especially if they have contractors, agents, franchises, basically what we call the extended workforce.
Got it. So when a lot of people think about enterprise mobility, they have just 3 or 4 different categories. They go, okay, there's security.
Right.
There's APIs or backend integration, and there's SDKs.
Right.
So where does Apperian fit into that limited structure?
Right, none of those acronyms. So we call ourselves mobile application management, and that's a term which in some sense has been confused with maybe mobile device management, maybe enterprise mobility management, but the reality of it is that you have a set of apps. You need to manage those apps, to secure those apps, but more importantly, you want your employees and your extended workers to actually get the apps. What we have found is that building apps is great, but you only will get a return on investment if everybody can use them. And that is a very challenging issue nowadays because folks have to be convinced, they have to feel it's a good experience, and we help do that.
So Cimarron, let's say everybody got the app. So you have 1,000 people in the field, you have 50 apps, they downloaded all 50 of them.
Yeah.
So now what do you do?
Well, we are, first of all, I doubt they're going to have 50. You might decide that certain groups like sales get some apps, marketing get others, operations, and our solution will help make it easier for people to find the apps that they need and get the apps that they must have. Secondly, let's say an employee leaves the organization. This is really the key for a lot of companies that are worried about security or data loss. Okay, if they leave, they're going to have those apps, they're going to have access to that data, they might have data still on the device. Our solution will make sure that those apps are disabled, they'll make sure that the data is wiped, they'll make sure that it's clean and there's no more risk to them, and this is the most important part, that employee has all their personal data untouched. There is nothing that looks at their personal data, looks at their personal apps, and it is a way to keep that privacy issue from becoming a problem for the company.
Got it. So those are all, it seems like efficiency things, but when you're sitting at the C-suite and you're talking to them about Apperian, what's your message?
Our message is really that you're investing in mobility, you're investing in building apps for your employees and for others to be successful with you as a brand. How do you make sure that that investment really happens? And the only way to make sure that happens is to get apps out to everybody, make it a good experience, and at the same time get new ideas from those employees, get feedback, understand what they're doing with those apps. Are you being successful? Are people using them? It's all part of a cycle because you really do need to rinse and repeat. It's not a one-time shot.
Got it. So do you track usage and who's using it, who's not, who's opening it, who's not, all that?
Yeah, we have built-in solutions, not only who's downloaded the app, but who has used the app. And also, other things like remote control, which allows the IT folks and others to help support those apps or to actually see what people are doing if necessary. Again, with permission, because we don't want to do that without people agreeing to it.
So Cimarron, have you had a chance to walk around the floor here? And if so, what's the coolest stuff you're seeing this time?
I have to say, I have not had a chance to walk around the floor that much, but I think there's some really cool stuff with the instrumentation in really what they call the Internet of Things. There's a lot of things here. Everything from devices on wearables to devices in cars. We've seen this over the last few years, and now it seems to be getting a lot more traction. Obviously on the commercial side, we're yet to see what's going to happen with the Apple Watch and other devices, but I do get a sense that that buzzword Internet of Things will start to become more real.